Hey guys, Foxdrop here, welcome back to another episode of our Road to Masters. This is going to be a bit of a marathon episode, about 12 hours of gameplay all condensed into this one video. And we're starting off today with an Elise gameplay, playing Diamond 40 LP against Ivan. You guys know me, Ivan tilts me like nothing else on this planet. And this is exactly why. Just right under my nose, takes my jungle camp. Really frustrating to play against this kind of thing. And as you can imagine, it incites probably some questionable plays from me, as you can see here for the first blood. Probably shouldn't have chased him that hard, but if someone does you dirty like that, you got to try and give it to him. And of course, after someone's done you in like that, you have to try and return the favor. So I try and invade him on his red buff, but he's already marked the camp. And of course, Ivan being Ivan, he shows up, literally right clicks the camp and takes the red buff away from me. At this point, I'm ow. I'm gonna punch my desk in anger there. Not even intentional, that's just how frustrated I am. Watching this back, how passionate I feel about this disgusting champion. And I die again. So 2 early deaths, not really great before the 4-minute mark. Not ideal. Combine that with the fact we have this little play going down here, which was a gank for us, turns into probably one of the least optimal results here, with Ivan getting a triple kill. But fortunately, Ivan's not really a carry champion, and we had enough late game scaling this game with Caitlyn and with Kassadin. Ivan wasn't able to carry. And with these two people riding the helm, we can just play a little bit chill, not do too much, and let Caitlyn and Kassadin take over. You can see in these late game fights, the enemy team didn't really have enough to take us down. Aatrox was still split pushing bot there as well. We win those team fights. And ultimately, despite the early game tilting I put myself through, we managed to win the game. Second game of the day, guys, we were playing some more Elise Diamond 418 LP. And as with most of my Elise games, I managed to pick up the first blood, just because Elise is such a good early game ganker. Tryndamere versus Renekton, you kind of want to snowball the Renekton so that he can just go up against Trynd the whole game. But sadly for this game, nothing really happened. Like, this is 10 minutes later, and there wasn't really too much for me to feel like I could do this game. A lot of like little picks going on, a lot of feeding on our part, but I wasn't really able to do too much. And as you can see here at the almost a 30-minute mark, I'm 2-2-3. My bot lane has combined for 20 deaths, which is not great. This Draven's actually the Kassadin from last game as well. He had such a good game last game, but not quite this game. We go for the last-ditch efforts, the last attempt to defend the game, make some picks, get something going, but we're just so far behind here that we can't really get anything down. So not really a good game, and we end up losing, unsurprisingly. Moving on to the next game of the day, we're playing another Elise game. I want to kind of just refine my Elise play, get rid of some of the bad deaths. Maybe have an AD carry that does better than 0 and 9. Either way, in the early game this game today, I wanted to focus on the mid lane here. The reason for that is because Twisted Fate with his gold card, Elise with her cocoon, it's a pretty good gank combination. Plus, I feel like we win the 2v2. As we can see here, we do win the 2v2. Orianna even blows her ultimate, which for me is the perfect setup for this invade here. We're going to win this 2v2. TF can rotate faster. He's got his ultimate. Nothing could possibly go wrong. Unless he sits mid lane and farms minions, so I die. Not great. It's also a good idea, though, not just to go mid lane, but also to go top lane if you've got some very fighting type top laners like Riven and Yasuo. I wanted to get Riven fed so she could carry. Though when she jumps in 1v4 in this dragon fight, which is really the crucial part of this game, because we were kind of behind but forging a bit of a comeback. Yeah, she's not going to carry anything if she's dead. And like I say, we were pretty far behind already. So when this fight happened, yeah, that was pretty much at the end of it. I already said I wanted to have some fewer bad deaths, but I had quite a lot of bad deaths this game again, so I really need to work on that stuff. But I also said I wanted an AD carry that is better than 0 and 9. Well, I got an Ashe who went 1 and 8, so technically that is better, but we still get demoted. Diamond 5, 75 LP is where we're at now, guys, and we get auto-filled to AD carry. I don't know if you know much about junglers who play AD carry, but it tends not to end too well. However, if you've got a support that can carry your ass by hitting bindings, then you don't need to be doing anything. All you got to do is right click, and in the early game, in the lane phase, that's pretty much what we had this game. This Morgana carried my ass by hitting binding after binding. However, I am a little bit nervous. I'm not the best AD carry, and the more kills that I get in the early game, I'm pretty sure there's some kind of like law of physics that dictate if I get a lot of kills early on in the lane phase, I'm going to throw really hard later on. So getting all these kills is cool. It will be even cooler if I were an AD carry main, but I'm a little bit nervous. I work ridiculously hard for every single one of my kills, and that's exactly what you're going to see showcased in this clip right here. 100% pure effort from my part. That was my kill, hands down. But we don't lose. We don't throw, and we win. Now, if you were happy about last game because we weren't playing Elise, I'm sorry, she's back. Diamond 5, 94 LP. Started recording a bit late here, but you can see 1, 1, and 3. Got some good stuff early, including going for objectives like this Rift Herald, which leads into this awesome base race between getting first blood tower top or bot. And we get it thanks to Mrs. Herald herself. But then Riven goes a little bit crazy, as Riven players tend to do. Starts the fight, which he shouldn't have done. But it's an easy mop up for me, right? I can just pick up this Vlad, press Q on him, easy peasy, lemon squeezy. But I press Q on the cannon, that's not great. After this point, he just becomes an absolute monster. As you can see here, 2v1's my bot lane. By the way, my AD carry was 0 and 6 this game. That's 1 and 21 over the last 3 games. And yeah, this game just becomes a little bit difficult. We end up losing. However, I had a pretty good early game. Warwick didn't do anything this game, so you think he'd be quite humble, right? Oh. Diamond 5, 77 LP, moving on to the next game here. Another Elise game. If you think this is boring to watch, imagine what it's like to play. You know I'm tryharding for that elo when I'm spamming one champion over and over. But we have a pretty good start to this game today. So we're playing against Warwick here. Now Warwick can be a bit hard in the 1v1s, but as long as you play around your his E, like I did there, it can be pretty good. And the plus side of him fighting me in my jungle is that if he gets caught, like I did here, I set up the play and my team can get the free kills. It wasn't just this play that went well for us. I made play after play after play after play after play, getting so many kills this game, helping my team to snowball. And look at this. Even had the LoL gods on my side, surviving on 1 health. At one point, I was even 7, 1, and 9 until I got shut down. So obviously it feels good to hard carry a game like this. But we still lose. Disgusting. Absolutely revolting League of Legends here. 14 deaths on my AD carry this time. At least she got some kills though. It's a bit of an improvement, I suppose. This is just one of those games though, guys. Like, look at this. Look at that. How do you lose these games? Disgusting. Diamond 5, 59 LP were released against a Vi. Quite a nice matchup because Vi isn't too aggressive in the early game, which means that Elise can just run around and make the plays that she wants to make, such as this one, where you catch an enemy Yasuo sleeping, probably shopping, not paying any attention, easy peasy, lemon squeezy. But you can't just get kills in one lane. No, you have to go to other lanes as well, such as bot lane. Moving into bot lane, don't even need to hit your cocoons when you have the OP spiderlings to finish people off for you. But not just kills, objectives, towers as well. A great early game, but you need to transition into the mid game. 7, 2, and 1 I am at this point. Pretty good transition if you ask me, and it doesn't stop. Loads of really good skirmishes here. This is what Elise is good at doing. Picking off the enemy AD carry, picking off the enemy support. Good early, good mid. What more could you ask for to win a game of League of Legends? Apparently, a lot more, because we lose this game as well. And now we're in Diamond 5, 38 LP. But we're playing Lee Sin, and may as well play something that I enjoy if we're going to have games like this. First gank of the game, up in top lane against the Kog'Maw, nice cheeky play, and I've whipped up something for you here to give you a nice perspective of how this game went down. So yeah, I pretty much just ran around and killed everyone. There was a nice little cheeky play at the end of the game here, which I want to show you because I know you guys like seeing Lee Sin plays. This Kog'Maw being a little bit of a pain in my ass, just right-clicking me all game, and we finally get a nice dirty outplay. And it was enough, finally, to pull out the victory. Who'd have thought? And I thought the victory screen was just a myth. So Lee Sin puts us in Diamond 5, 55 LP, and we're playing another Elise game. I've got my confidence back now, so hopefully we can bring it in the champion that I really want to focus on. This game I wanted to put a lot of emphasis on the early invade, so I'm going for this level 3 play against Kha'Zix. I know generally speaking Kha'Zix gets low when he's doing his first clear, which is why if I find him, which I do here, I know I can kill him. That's exactly what I do. I kill him and I move on to his Grom, take that as well, just to rub it in. And then transitioning these plays as well into pressure. It's all about the early game for me with this Elise today, wanting to make loads of plays and sticking around the bot side here because I know Kha'Zix is most likely going to show up, which is exactly what happens. So I'm here to counter gank this play, and Kha'Zix, mate, you've already died once. You're going to die again. This is the worst case scenario for a jungler. It's kind of reminiscent of my first game. I don't know what your excuse is though. I'm not Ivan Kazik, so I don't know why you're tilting this much. But still, nice start to the game. And like I say, all about this early game, really snowballing hard. Another play in the bot lane. Ignore all of these awful cocoons that you're seeing. I really need to work on those. They're absolutely garbage. But still, lots of pressure, lots of kills. And it's all about transitioning this into victories. And that's what we managed to do this game. Finally, we found a way to win early and then transition and snowball. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. And also no dumb deaths this game, so we're definitely making progress. And now we're at Diamond 5, 72 LP, and we're playing an Ivan game. I know I moaned about Ivan, but kind of got to pick him because if I don't, the enemy team will, and then that'll make me tilt. And one of the reasons why I like playing Ivan, because I feel like there's not a lot of pressure to do too much in the early game, which is a little bit ironic because he's so strong in this early game. So you can do stuff like I'm doing now, which is really just like mindless plays, getting caught a lot, not doing anything particularly smart. But as long as you hold on and play around your teammates, it's really not too bad. Like in this game here, my team wasn't doing it terribly. I mean, the score is in the advantage of the enemy team as far as kills go. But in team fights like this, it doesn't matter if I'm falling behind. All I need to do is catch people in the enemy team with my root caller, shield for my allies when my allies go a little bit too deep, and we just win team fight after team fight. That first one was a good example, and this is another example as well around the Baron area. Just running around, just doing Daisy things when Lucian dashes into the enemy Riven. You just follow him up with shields and stuff, and it's really easy to play this guy and not very punishing either. So whenever my brain's off, I like to pick Ivan. Easy wins for days. Alright guys, we're auto-filled mid lane, but if we win this one, we're back into our Diamond 4 promo. So, let's go.
I'm only sweet when I'm high. I'm only sweet when I'm high. I'm only sweet when I'm high. I'm only sweet when I'm high.
Legit though, this game was so intense, and considering I was auto-filled, I feel like I played so well. Like I carried so bloody hard. Like here, we lost 4 people in a team fight. I'm the only one up. And trying to make the heroic plays so I don't just push and win, that we lose the game. Slowing the Riven. Getting off the heroic shockwave into the dissonance combination there. My shockwaves were on point. Straight after this, I spot Xayah killing the chickens on a ward. Just bomb it down to her. Pick her off, like one-shot her. And then moving along here as well. Baron's just about to respawn as well, mind you. Moving along here. Finding Soraka coming to face check the Baron area. Picking her off as well. Leading on to the Baron. After Baron, we push down. We win the game. Crazy game. Feels good to actually carry one for a change. And now we're in our promos. First game of our promos, and we've locked in the Ivan. Very low pressure jungler. So much like last game, if we don't have a good start, it's okay. I mean that wouldn't happen again though, right? We wouldn't fail miserably, get caught out several times in the early game on Ivan. We wouldn't ever do such a thing. I mean, this is obviously just a one-off, a fluke, you know, so were the last 2 times. That's just a one-off right there, guys. That's obviously not the norm for when I play Ivan. This amazing play coming up as well. Nice flank. Oh shit, wait, actually I'm getting caught out of position again. God damn. Something about me playing Ivan just attracts everyone. I mean, I understand it because, you know, if I were playing against Ivan, I do everything in my power to make sure that that guy suffered just for picking that disgusting champion. So I can't really blame myself. But it's Ivan, so you have a bad early game, you come into the mid game, you play around your teammates. Usually, it's all good. Excuse me. And pretty much what's going on here. This is a perfect play, which then turns into literally the worst play. Okay? So keep your eyes peeled on the game, right guys? Because something's going to happen here. And it's something which is literally the worst thing for you to see in your promo. So really nice initiation here. We're going to mop everyone up. It's going to be a crazy turn in this game. And I disconnect. I genuinely disconnect. My internet died. So that really sucks. However, it's not enough for us to lose the game, really, because we're still winning. We're quite far ahead at this point, and, you know, Ivan, you just play around your carries. Even if they get Greg assaulted under tower and your redemption way too late, you still play around them. And it's pretty easy peasy lemon squeezy. You have this awful start, play around your carries, and you just get carried. Pretty perfect. recipe for success in your promos. One more game to go. If we win, let's see if we can do it. Time for our second promo game now, and we're playing some Nautilus top against a Fiora. If you know anything about me playing Nautilus, I hate playing versus Fiora. She's so hard to play against. I mean, just look at this. Even when you bait out the riposte, it's just so bloody hard to play against Fiora, and she always outscales you. So you can see from this how this game's gonna go, right? Just like endless pain after pain after pain. And then a little bit later on, you know, she's fighting me and stuff, and she's, you know, just... Wait, I killed her? That must have just been a bug or a glitch or something. I mean, that's not really meant to happen. It's probably just a fluke, you know, at best, right? I mean, it wouldn't happen more than once. Like, I couldn't possibly... So, you know, maybe I'm feeling a bit good about this promo. I'm just a solo killing machine this game. Even TF tried to come into my lane. But this is my lane, TF. You only come into this lane and live to tell the tale. I spank anyone that comes into this lane, not just Fiora, I spank you too. Sadly though, once you reach the 20-minute mark, Fiora just becomes an absolute monster. She scales ridiculously hard. And here we go, she's trying it on again. This time she has slightly better luck. And when I say that, I mean that I survive on slightly lower health than I did the past few times. Holy crap, this Fiora died 3 times to me solo. It wasn't just the solo plays though. These plays, team plays, I mean, I'm 6-2 and 8. Obviously, I was doing some good team plays this game. But this Baron play here is quite a cheeky teleport. Considering our jungler is dead here. Just getting in there, being a big body. Nice hooks coming through as well. And from that, we pull out the victory. There it is. From D5, whatever it was, back into D4. Beautiful stuff. Thanks so much for watching the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Cheeky thumbs up if you did. Subscribe to me for more League of Legends content. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a good one. I'll see you in my next video.